Welcome back, everyone. It is Sunday, July 27th, and the MLB. Three picks on the way. Hopefully, three winners for you guys to wrap up this week, headed into a new week starting tomorrow. But as always, it will be Austin, joined by Logan, recapping yesterday's day. A frustrating one, 1-2. Logan, you split on your two picks. Nats, Twins over 8.5. Great read. Cardinals couldn't get anything going for us yesterday. My Robbie Ray SGP decided the night he went under 2.5 earned runs, had given up 0 going into the sixth. We just needed him to have a scoreless inning in the sixth. And what did he have to do? Walk two guys, and he faced a final batter to cash the, and he could not get it done. Hung a slider in the middle of the zone. You hate to see that. It's kind of been the nature of our season. We can't get that last out. And it would have been funny, Logan. I actually liked the same parlay for Ranger Suarez yesterday. And what happened? He got taken out at 5 2/3 as well. That might have made me hang it up for the season. But let's move on. Let's go 3-0 today. Let's try to have a great day. And it starts with cashing a first five money line. We haven't done a ton of these this season. I will be fading a team we actually need to get some wins, but I trusted Logan. Smart, get a first five money line win, then root for the team that we want to actually win this game. I respect it. Logan, take it away.
Yeah, great lead into this pick. You know, everyone should know by now we have the Reds win total over, but this time I'm kind of fading them in this capacity. I'm taking the Rays on the first five innings money line, minus 110 odds on BetMGM is your best value there. Now, again, as Austin kind of teased, if the Rays want to win the first five but lose the full game, hey, fine by me. But I think after what we've seen in this series, the Reds pulled out another late win last night. With the Rays priced as slight road favorites, I think they show up early in this game. I think they do potentially win the full game, but I'm not going to take the full game because there's one of the things I hate to do is I hate to bet against the Reds full game because they're just such a try-hard team in those later innings. No, thank you. I'd rather just trust the Rays, to get it done early against Brady Singer, and that's who starts for the Reds. 4.84 ERA and a 1.39 WHIP. Brady Singer is one of those pitchers. Look, guys, I got my Gator shirt on, right? Brady Singer, Florida Gator. I love him in that capacity. I don't like what I'm seeing from him recently. He's really struggled in July. 7.56 ERA and a 3.19 batting average allowed. That's just not going to cut it. And Brady Singer is one of those pitchers where if he is not getting the strikeouts, this dude is getting tattooed. And it's really showing in his numbers. With men on, Singer is allowing a 282 batting average, 274 batting average with runners in scoring position. So again, just not really getting the outs that you need. And that's why his ERA is ballooned as high as it has. What I found interesting as well, too, is how hitters are seeing him first and second time through the order. First plate appearance, Singer allowing a 265 batting average. Second plate appearance, he's allowing a 268 batting average. So it's like he's not getting better. Hitters are seeing him just as well the second time through. If he gets to a third time, that does drop the batting average, but that's because he's absolutely cooking and he's going deeper into these games. He's just really not showing any consistency with getting the outs. And the Rays are hitting 261 against right-handed pitching this month. They couldn't get to Abbott yesterday, but again, we know Abbott's a lefty. Singer's in prime position to really get tagged in this game. 30th percentile in hard hit percentage, 20th percentile in ground ball percentage. I think the Rays can barrel him up today, and I think they can really make him pay for his mistake pitches. That's what we need today. Bring the bats, Rays. And then on the other side, we need Shane Baz to pitch well. He starts for the Rays, 4.66 ERA and a 1.3 WHIP. If you're looking at these two pitchers like compared side by side, the ERAs might match up a little bit, but I still like the metrics a lot better for Shane Baz. His ERA, his expected ERA is a lower at 3.69. His ground ball percentage, 76th percentile. When you're pitching in a very hitter friendly ballpark like Great American Ballpark, and even his home stadium for that matter, your ground ball percentage is very key. You got to get those ground ball outs. You cannot elevate pitches because those are how you allow home runs, obviously. But Shane Baz has a 2.91 ERA on the road compared to a 6.33 at home. Those home road splits are exactly what I just talked about. When he's pitching at, a very hitter-friendly ballpark at home, he's just really struggling. I think even though Great American Ballpark is a hitter-friendly ballpark, he can be able to get these Reds batters to really roll over on some soft contact ground ball outs. We've seen that's kind of his game. He's also pretty good at strikeouts. He'll have those outings every now and then where he surprises you. And with runners in scoring position, Shane Baz only allowing a 221 batting average, much better than Brady Singer. Again, that's why you compare them head to head. I just think Shane Baz is by far the better starting pitcher in this one. The Reds hitting 257 against righties this month, pretty solid. But again, starting pitching advantage, I give a big one to the Rays in this one. So give me the Rays All they have to do is provide Shane Baz some run support, and I think we cash this bet. If they are tied after 5 innings, let's say it's 1-1, 2-2 through 5, we get our money back because this is a first 5 innings money line. So I love this bet as my first pick of the day. But Austin, you got a player prop. What you rolling with?
Yeah, I'm heading out to Yankee Stadium where I have an under in hits allowed. Not a market we've touched a ton, but I do think that this one's a great play, and hopefully you can get it locked in early in case the odds move significantly on this one. Just talking about Carlos Rodon today. I'm taking his under 5.5 hits allowed at minus 140 on Caesars. This was moving this morning. It was minus 130. When we went to post the picks, minus 140. I see it slowly starting to get closer to minus 150. I love this one. I don't know if I'd play it at 4.5 because he has had his good fair share amount of starts at 5 on the dot, but I do think that Carlos Rodon is in for a decent outing. Now, the Yankees have been smoked in the first 2 games of the series. Now they have Aaron Judge on the IL for 10 days. No one's going to back them today, especially against Zach Wheeler and the Phillies. I could see maybe the Yankees. I don't know if I want to trust their bats, but I think Rodon shows up. And I don't know if the Phillies, you'll get their A lineup. I mean, this is an early start at 1:30. They play tomorrow. I think they head to Chicago to face the White Sox. And they've already won the first 2 games of the series with deciding fashion. Nick Castellanos injured. Alec Boehm, we'll see if he's back. I don't think so. So again, we could see a weaker lineup out there today, given it's Zach Wheeler. They trust him. They think they might be able to win by giving a guy like Bryce Harper or Kyle Schwarber the day off. I could give Trey Turner the day off. He's been scorching hot recently. But I think Rodon can pitch well, and it's kind of what he's done this season. And especially to this line, if you look at him, he's under this line in 18 of 21 starts. I mean, a great hit rate. He's under in all 10 home starts as well. So, again, been pitching really well at home. The thing I like about Rodon for an under in hits allowed, he's okay with walking guys. We've seen that. He's 30th, 34th percentile walk percentage. Look at his last start against the Blue Jays. We took his under and outs in that start. Went out there and walked 5 batters. Now, he did give up 5 hits. Again, that is the Blue Jays. This is the Phillies we're talking about. The Phillies have not seen a lot of lefties. The last one they saw was on July 19th. They got 8 Ks given to him by Kikuchi. Did get him for 5 hits, but again, that's Kikuchi. This is Rodon, and we've seen 8 of the last 11 since the start of June. Left-handed starters to face the Phillies have gone under this line, and again, they're down Castellanos. It's been one of their better left-handed hitters this season. And again, in July, you look at the Phillies. They have a 250 batting average, which is 10th highest, but what I really like to see, 6th highest walk percentage at 10%. As I said, Rodon is a heavy walk guy. He had 5 in his most recent start. And we've seen Rodon 89th percentile in expected batting average. We see him at 88th in whiff percentage, 82nd in K percentage. But again, in the mid 30s for walk percentage. Walks are our friend when we have an under and hits allowed, which is what we got today. You look at Rodon, his walks line, minus 180 for him to walk at least 2 batters. We've seen dating back to last season, he's had 32 games with 2 or more walks. In those games, he's under 5.5 hits allowed in 25 of 32. So again, we are rooting for walks. I mean, we don't need him to get base runners. Heck, if he wants to throw a jam and no hitter, go for it. But again, walks are our friend. We would much rather a walk than a single, and walks just run up that pitch count, get Rodon out of there after 5 or 6 innings. I think he certainly has a chance. We also see the Phillies with a decently high K percentage. So maybe Rodon's able to get those strikeouts, and maybe later on in the game when the Phillies have seen him a 3rd time through, they're like, all right, we've been swinging in the dirt at these pitches. We're not going to swing in them now. And maybe he starts walking guys there, and that's where the pitch count gets risen, and maybe that's where he gets taken out. But again, I think he pitches well here. He can give up some home runs for all I care. The worst thing about a under and hits allowed is if you start getting some bloop singles, some infield singles and stuff like that. We should have Ryan McMahon on the 3rd base line, which is a much better defender than Jazz Chisholm. Maybe he can steal a hit or something like that. I really do like this under and hits allowed for Carlos Rodon. It's my favorite play of the day. I might not even have a play tomorrow because I will be traveling, but we'll figure out that later in life. Carlos Rodon, go out there, pitch well, or suck and walk every batter and get out of there early. I love his under 5.5 hits allowed. But Logan, yesterday, our only pick that cashed was our over. And today we have another over for the people today. I'll let you take it away. It was a scene of the crime pick, if you will. Take it away.
Yeah, seeing the crime picks have a high success rate of hitting. So hopefully this one once again follows that trend. Taking the Padres and Cardinals over 9, minus 114 odds on DraftKings is your best value there. Now, yesterday you kind of mentioned it was the scene of the crime. Gosh, got nothing from the Cardinals yesterday. With two inconsistent starting pitchers on the mound today, we're riding with the over in this one. I really, Austin and I see eye to eye on this one, so I do really like that for confidence. You got Kolek and you got McGreevy. Let's talk about McGreevy starting for the Cardinals first. 3.49 ERA and a 1.02 whip for McGreevy. He's a roller coaster. I mean, you look at his last 4 starts, 4, 1, 5, 1 earned runs. Both bad starts have come at home, which is definitely worth noting in this one. Could I see the Padres tagging McGreevy for several runs? I definitely could today. His expected batting average allowed 300, expected ERA 4.41. He allows a 45% hard hit percentage and allowing a 262 batting average with runners on. His 15% K percentage is not that great. The hit parade could be a possibility today. If the Padres are seeing this guy well, I just don't think he really has the elite strikeout stuff to be able to, get a lot of these good contact hitters in this Padres lineup to swing and miss. I think they get to Michael McGreevy. I think they chase him maybe 5, maybe 6 innings. Whenever they do finally get to him, it will come. We saw that with my Twins pick yesterday, though, with that over. I mean, it took a while for the runs to finally generate, but once those two offenses kind of figured it out towards the later innings, that's when the avalanche of runs started happening, and I think we could see that again today. Stephen Kolek starts for the Padres, 4.28 ERA, 1.32 WHIP. Kolek has really struggled in his last 6 starts with a 5.97 ERA. It's kind of going the wrong direction. I mean, you want to see guys entering, in good form post All-Star break. I don't really trust Stephen Kolek to not get rocked in this one, especially knowing the Cardinals did nothing for me yesterday. Wouldn't it be on brand for them to do something today? He's allowed 3 or more earned runs in 5 of 6 starts, including 5+ in 3 of 6 starts. So is a possibility that Stephen Kolek gives up, 3, 4, 5 earned runs? Absolutely. He could give us a lot of the way to this over himself. He's 4th percentile in hard hit percentage, 8th percentile in whiff percentage. Those are bad metrics. He's also allowing a 347 batting average with runners in scoring position. And knowing that the Cardinals really didn't have a ton of runners in scoring position opportunities yesterday, and even especially not against Randy Vasquez, who I was like, this guy's due regression. I was pounding that drum. I was just flat out wrong. I mean, Randy Vasquez he's got terrible metrics, but he just goes out there and shoves. I don't think the same can be said with Stephen Kolek, especially if you look at those metrics. And then we go to the bullpens because we're going to need some runs late. I doubt we just get a no sweat over in the first 5. I'd love it, but I doubt it. So let's talk about the bullpens. In July, the Padres ranked 2nd, while the Cardinals ranked 10th. For St. Louis, 4 of their relievers have pitched twice in the last 3 games. For San Diego, they had to use 4 of their high leverage arms yesterday to kind of keep that lead. I really don't think we're going to see the best bullpen arms brought out today. And all it really takes is 1 or 2 bullpen guys that just come in and don't know how to really get an out. And then you're in a really good position to cash an over. We saw that again in that Minnesota game. While bullpens are great, they are a little fatigued and they don't get a day off tomorrow. We could see them leave a starter in too long. Also, one of these 2 guys I mentioned, as the hitters kind of pick up on their pitch mix, I could see an implosion happening 5th or 6th inning. Depends on when it comes. That's why we're taking full game because, again, we could get a little bit from the bullpens to help this one. I think we'll get the bulk of it with the 2 starting pitchers, though. And after 2 straight snooze fests, 3 and 4 combined runs in those last 2, I think we should see more of what we saw game 1, which Austin knows pretty familiar. The juice baseballs got rolled out in that game with 2 decent starting pitchers on the mound. The offenses are capable. They just haven't really been showing up the last 2 games. I think to close out the Sunday series, I think we get a lot of offense in this one. Hopefully, Austin, we can have a winning day today. I love the card that we cooked up.
Yeah, I love it as well. Let's try to have some runs. Go back to that game 1 juice balls. Bring them out, baby. We need them in St.
Come
Louis
on.
today. We need them. All right, those are our 3 picks. To recap them real quick before we're out of here, we have that over in the Padres and Cardinals game. Hopefully, that's a first 5 over. We would love to see that at 10 runs in the first 5, just like we saw in that Yu Darvish and Sonny Gray game. Let's do it again. We have Ray's first 5 money line, and we have Carlos Rodon under 5.5 hits allowed. Those are the 3 picks. If we go 3-0 today, again, $25 giveaway on a Sunday. All you got to do is like the video, subscribe, have some fun in the comment section down below. As I said, I'm traveling tomorrow, so it might be a solo Logan video, or we might record late on a Sunday night. We'll figure that out later in life. All these 3 picks, I'm pretty sure, are pretty early. We'll figure that out later. We'll see you guys back again in the next one. Potentially a solo Logan video. See you guys then.